One, oh, 1, 2, 3, go. Ow, I burnt my tongue on some fucking pizza pops. Ow, that is hot. Anyway, right now I'm going to be talking about, not superhero. We're going to take a break from the superhero, the genre. Medium, or whatever the fuck you call it. It's going to be, horror movies, slasher movies, the guts and stuff, the fun stuff, the horror movies, the slash. Oh, get out of here! Cat. Sorry, cat. Sorry, that's my cat, Kissa. It's a big fat bastard. He eats marshmallows. Anyway, horror movies, slasher movies, monster movies, whatever you call them, the macabre, fun stuff. Probably that's shaped me into the sick, sad individual that I am today. That's mostly due to the part of my sister. Who's probably plopped me in front of the TV, put in the good old VHS tape, and made me watch some of the most disturbing shit that's probably haunted my childhood. And probably has shaped the outlook I have in life. Probably the obscene, the too much of I don't know. I would say obscenity of things I say, how I think, maybe like that. But where was I going? Sorry. Horror movies, yes. The very first horror movie I've ever seen was Child's Play, the very first Chucky movie with Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky. He was... you by looking at Brad Dourif, you wouldn't know it was him who did the voice, but he just really lets loose and goes this fast, manic pace of his voice. He just... You couldn't tell it was him. You've probably seen him in newer stuff as the sheriff from Halloween and Halloween 2, those pieces of shit Rob Zombie made. Trust me, folks, watch the original. They had a simple overlining plot. They don't need to be deep, quotation marks. But you wouldn't tell it was him. He's done other voice work and stuff. You've probably seen him on Star Trek Next Generation, or... Well, I'm getting away. Chucky. Chucky scared the living hell out of me when I was little. I don't remember the experience watching it as little, but I remember the imagery, the doll itself, the talking, the lurking in the shadows, seen from his point of view, that messed up stuff. That stuff's probably burned somewhere in my cerebellum of my brain. I remember having, I don't think it was mine or my sister's, but it was some random doll we had in the house. It was a Raggedy Ann doll, or something like that. That was red-headed, freckled ginger freak that Chucky is. It was similar to him. That doll freaked the hell out of me. It was the type of those dolls where eyes would open if it was sit upright, and eyes would close down if it was on its back. It's kind of like, the weight the ball inside the eyes would flip it open or closed. It's like one of those things. So one of those times I said, fuck this doll. Well, not in that words, I'm 5. So I probably screw this, threw the doll downstairs, close the door, and just oof. And then having stories of my mom telling me that. Anyway, other horror movies that I really love are Friday the 13th. My favorite one is probably, this is going to sound really cheesy or really not stereotypical of a horror buff, but it's number 7, The New Blood, or also known as Jason vs. Carrie. This one I love, because this one is just, I don't know why, I just love this movie. It's just balls out crazy. The psychic chick fighting Jason. And this is probably my favorite look to Jason. His face is very skeletal-like. He looks like a rotting corpse. I thought that was really neat, instead of being like a big monster tard. I'm sorry. I retract that immediately. I don't mean monster tard, but you all know Jason Voorhees was physically handicapped or severely retarded. I don't mean monster tard. That's horrible. Anyway, other movies that I've seen was Hellraiser. I've probably seen maybe 2 of those movies. I haven't seen much. I've seen the first one and probably the one in the future when he's in space. I don't even know. My sister has 5 of those movies. They don't have numerals to them, so they're like Hellraiser: The Beginning, Hellraiser, Hellbound, Hellraiser, Hell thing, whatever. It's all subtitles, so it's you know, has a subtitle. So yeah. Anyway, what else is there? There's Freddy Krueger, which my sister was a big fan of. Her favorite one, I think, is number 4, the Dream Master. That was the first one I saw. We sat it down at my grandma's house when she was out. We were watched it, and she made me watch the whole thing. I was maybe 8, maybe 10, I'm not sure. Around that age, and I was still kind of freaked out by it. What else? I've seen all the Freddy movies. I've seen all the Jason movies. I liked Freddy vs. Jason. I love the soundtrack to that movie. It's pretty good. It's a good popcorn flick. The remake of Friday the 13th was okay. It was a good throwback. It just like had blood and guts and tits, and I'm happy that's the 3 things you need. You need swearing, you need drug use, or a handful of things to make a good cliche horror movie. You need drug use, you need sex, you need violence, and you need people dying in horrible ways. Probably the worst death in that person that he strungs up this chick in a sleeping bag over a bonfire, and I thought that was pretty fucking harsh. Anyway, I say that a lot. Anyway, just detract from the thing I was just talking about. What I was going to talk about now is the remake coming up of Friday the 13th. I'll probably go see it. It's Jackie Earle Haley, but I'm not sure. I do like him. I liked him in Little Children, and he was in what was he in? Oh yeah, okay, forget Rorschach in Watchmen. I don't know. Just Freddy Krueger's always been played by Robert Englund, and he's totally like iconified. If that's a word, in that role. He'll do a good performance, but one thing it looks different. You saw a glimpse of his face. He has this like pushed up skeletal nose when you just see the 2 air holes of his nose. But with Robert Englund, he always has this defined big Romanized nose. I'm not sure. This is a pointless argument. Okay, moving on. Evil Dead. Now this is awesome. The first movie was supposed to be a horror movie, but it turned out so kind of cheeseball, kind of bad effects, and just bad acting overall and directing. Not blaming Sam Raimi, but you know, still don't forget him with Spider-Man 3. But anyway, so they rebooted it. You know, Sam Raimi shouldn't get pissed off because he reboots his own shit, like in 2 times did it. Evil Dead, then Evil Dead 2, then it got recapped in fucking Army of Darkness, or Medieval Dead, that's a better title. But how can you say Bruce Campbell is the man? He owns his Ash J. Williams. He is fantastic. He is the Bugs Bunny of horror comedy. You could fucking put that guy through a blender and he'll just shake it off. He'll go through anything. It's just like he's that kind of average Joe who somehow is a slow bad thinker, but he's a fast good thinker. I mean, it said something, Bruce Campbell said, a quote from him, which I just totally fucking butchered, but I think that Ash is not much good at anything else but surviving, and just the things he can do. It's so funny how he is. The first movie I saw was was Army of Darkness, then I saw Evil Dead 1, then Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is my favorite of those. I just love the whole situation of average Joe just gets, you know, it's black comedy, definitely. It's really gory. It's really funny. I have an Ash toy somewhere around here. It's a little like statue thing. What else can I say? I love horror movies. That and comics have a thing in common of they have a continuity, not continuity, but like a overlining story of events that happened with like the Freddy movie, the Jason movies, even Leprechaun. Not all Leprechaun's continuity's all fucked up. Anyway, all I could say is that what horror movies do you like? Do you watch horror movies? I might go on to different things. I've lately been watching Japanese horror movies, which is a totally different angle on it. And I'll probably talk later how the horror movies kind of spiral down to the PG-13 so everybody can watch and they'll make more money. I hate that. I want things back to rated R. Don't you miss rated R? I do. You must do too. I'll probably do reviews of some movies, which will probably incoherent and just all over scatterbrain shit as I do. But I love horror movies. That uh, running on empty. But I do know is that check it out. I'm sorry, it's fucking 3 in the morning. Past 3, it's 3:30 in the morning. Haven't slept in 2 days. Anyway, if leave a comment. Not telling you to subscribe, but if you're smart, please do. And may the evils become confused on the way to your house. If not, tell them to fuck off. And bye.